Land Act was passed in 1872, the Canadian government was eager to attract immigrants to the prairies. The railroad was nearing completion, and all that was needed was the people. The government advertised free land in Canada's West. A settlement was 160 acres and cost only $10. Homesteaders had to build a house and break up the land within 3 years. But life on the prairies wasn't all the posters said it would be. In 1907, my great-grandpa Tom came by boat to Canada from Cornwall, England. He worked in Toronto for a year before moving west. The newspapers there featured ads that said, "Go west, young man, go west and homestead." The temptation was too great. He traveled by cart with 2 friends from Ontario to Saskatchewan. In lieu of pay for their work in Toronto, the 3 were given 1 team of mares, 1 milk cow, 1 crate of hens, a rooster, a dog, a cat, a calf, and 2 oxen each. With animals in tow, they headed off to make their new homes. On June 10, 1908, Great-Grandpa Tom and his friend arrived at their homestead. Their first home was a hole dug out of a riverbank with their cart flipped over it. They burnt buffalo chips to stay warm. They earned extra money by breaking land with a hand plow and oxen, and by using their team to haul grain. That summer, Grandpa Tom broke 4 acres of his own land and filed his homesteader papers in December. By this time, he had built a sod house from hay, mud, and lime wash that was 11 by 16 and had a dirt floor. In 1960, Grandpa Tom married Ruth Southam, and in 1918, my Grandpa Fred was born, and 2 other sons to follow. The pioneers experienced loneliness and isolation, along with moments of discouragement. Sudden winter blizzards would strike fear in the hearts of everyone. A rope needed to be hung from the barn to the house, so they would not get lost during such a storm. The warmer months brought prairie fires and severe summer storms that could wipe out a whole year's work. Above all, illness was feared the most because the nearest doctor was 30 miles away. So what kept these pioneers going? Maybe it's the same thing that kept my Grandpa Fred and now my father Ellen going. The symphonies you can hear on a calm night of coyote howls and cricket chirps. The prairie skies that dance with northern lights and sparkle with millions of stars. The river banks that are blanketed with crocuses in the spring, or the sunset view out your front door. Family, neighbors, and their cooperation and love exist in a manner on prairie farms that could easily rival any other place. Although a lot has changed since 1908, some things will always remain. This past summer, we celebrated my farm's 100th year with friends and family. I am proud and thankful of the work that my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my father have done.